Did the Stewards weaken Gondor? Have you ever wondered about the role of the Stewards of Gondor and how they impacted the kingdom's strength over time? Let's take a closer look at their history and influence. The stewards were appointed to manage Gondor in the absence of a king. They ruled with the understanding that their authority was temporary, waiting for the rightful king to return. They did not wear crowns but held a white rod as a symbol of their leadership. Their oath was to govern in the name of the king, not as kings themselves. The period known as the Watchful Peace began after the defeat of the Witch King of Angmar. This time was marked by relative quiet, but also a slow decline for Gondor. After the last king, Eonar, disappeared, the stewards took over. With no direct heir left, Gondor faced challenges. The northern kingdom of Arnor had already fallen, leaving only the Rangers of the North as descendants of Isildur. In the early days of stewardship, Gondor remained a strong and respected realm. Mardil, the first ruling steward, governed effectively. His successors, like Cirion, were capable leaders who defended the kingdom against new threats. However, as time passed, Gondor's power and territory began to diminish. Areas like Ithilien became less populated, and the kingdom faced repeated attacks from enemies, including the corsairs of Umbar and the Haradrim. The stewards did their best to hold the realm together, often forced into a defensive position. There were moments of recovery, such as after the wars with the corsairs and the Easterlings. Under Steward Beren, Gondor started to regain some strength. Later, under Beregond, the realm experienced a period of rebuilding. Yet, these recoveries were often short-lived. The rule of the stewards was characterized by a cycle of crisis and temporary recovery, leading to a gradual weakening of the kingdom. The authority of the stewards was always provisional. They never claimed kingship, and their legitimacy relied on the hope that a king might return. This uncertainty may have led to a lack of long-term planning or bold leadership. The stewards focused on maintaining traditions and defenses but did not expand the realm or restore its former glory. Denethor, the last ruling steward, was intelligent and strong-willed. However, his use of the Palantir made him vulnerable to Sauron's influence. While he resisted direct control, he fell into despair over Gondor's situation. His decisions, though sometimes harsh, were made under the belief that Gondor faced inevitable defeat. From the perspective of the Lord of the Rings, the stewards are seen as caretakers who did their best during difficult times. They did not cause Gondor's weakening. That was the result of centuries of war, loss, and the absence of a king. However, they could not restore its strength either. Their rule was one of preservation rather than renewal. When Aragorn returned to claim the throne, the long period of Gondor's guardianship by stewards ended. In essence, the stewards did not actively weaken Gondor, but their leadership coincided with the kingdom's gradual decline. They maintained defenses and traditions but could not restore power or territory. Their focus on the hope of a king's return defined their time in charge, alongside the challenges of ruling a realm under constant threat.